In particular, LDN. What is LDN? Low dose naltrexone. It is traditionally used for those who've had an overdose, and you can actually get this drug free of charge from any Australian chemist. Well, definitely in the ACT, and I presume any other states. So it's a life-saving medication. So if someone has an overdose, I believe when you buy it from the chemists that it's a spray up the nose, and you give to someone who's had an overdose. So in that regard, you can get it. You can ask the chemist if you can have one of those to be put in your car, at home, at work, or whatever. It's quite a very cheap drug, and as you can see on the screen, the dollar a day magic pill for fibromyalgia. So when it comes into fibromyalgia, is that they found that in low doses, LDN works quite well for pain and for fatigue, and probably some other things as well. And at the full dose, if you've had an overdose of an opioid, if you get the spray up the nose or get it into your body some other way, it's 50 milligrams. It's a large dose and it works really well. It reverses your overdose. In microdosing is what we're doing now for pain. It's down, well, you probably start off at sort of 2 milligrams, 2.5, and then work your way up to 4.5 milligrams. I do have some clients who are taking a little bit more. I'll discuss that in a minute. But yeah, at a low dose seems to work well for some who are in pain and also who are in fatigue. Now, I think you have to be aware that it seems to work on the central system. So if you've got sort of pain all over the body, there are probably three things you need to work on first. That's obviously sleep, stress, and having a good routine. Work on those three things, and then everything else is just a little bit of a tool to help you get by. So that's what LDN is. If you have sort of chronic severe pain in one particular area of your body that flares up and down, I don't think LDN probably will work for you. You need to work out what's going on with that, especially if your pain feels better when you're moving or if you're lying down. It's probably not something LDN will help with, but you can certainly try it. With fatigue, the people I'm seeing in the clinic, it's mixed results. Some people think it's terrific and they feel better. Others, not really at all. So it's a bit of a trial and error, unfortunately. Quite a safe drug to take. I've got other patients who have gone up to 9 milligrams with the drug, so they're finding good results on that as well. As again, speak to your GP, see if it's something for you. A lot of GPs don't believe it does anything, so you might find a GP that may not prescribe it to you, may not think it's worthwhile. Again, if you've got sort of a sciatic pain kind of thing, neck pain, will it reduce your discomfort over time? Not sure. It's more of a central kind of all body thing, which is a lot like fibromyalgia is in that regard. Let's have a quick look. What is LDN? What does it matter? Basically, it's turning down the pain as you go on through the week. Try to calm the system. Is it safe? Really safe. What does it cost? Very cheap for a drug, which is great. If you want to know more, we can continue on the chat a little bit later. Ooh, I've got a Zoom call coming up. Let's move on. And we also talked about CPM, and this is an interesting one, CPM. So I describe it as boys did it more readily than girls. I think when you're kids is you sort of injure yourself. You're playing some sort of sport, you knock your foot or stub your toe or do something, and you just give your mate a bit of a whack in the shoulder, and it distracts the pain. So it's called conditioned pain modulation, CPM. So it's basically distracting the brain and causing discomfort or sensitizing another area of the body so that the initial pain actually feels a bit better. This works really well, and that's why massage works really well, because you can work on a different area of the body. If you're to stop back, you can work on a different area of the body, and the brain starts to think about that area of the body. For example, if you've got a sore lower back, if you actually start working, or the therapist starts working on your calf, then CPM will work. Your brain will start thinking on your calf and trying to work out why your calf is actually painful. How long this works really depends on your brain and the situation where you're in at the time. But a really good technique, how can you do it yourself? Exercise works really well. Exercise is basically when you have pain, exercise is CPM. So if you have pain in your neck, if you just work it, I just say just. If you were to go into the gym and exercise your legs really heavily, your brain will concentrate on your legs and take a little bit of pressure, concentration off your neck. So that's basically how CPM work. It's a really involved system. Uh, you can use CPM by using hot, cold, water, compressors, heat packs. That's why heat works so well. It's a form of CPM. Going on holidays, not exactly the same thing, but go on holidays and work your legs. Maybe maybe that'll work. If you want to discuss more about CPM, and I'll just scroll through the thing. So it's called periductal gray and rostral venometrial medulla. That's where it works. Crazy, crazy. So for fibromyalgia, it doesn't seem to work as well. So fibromyalgia, if you're painful all over your body, if I work on a particular area of body, and it kind of flares it up rather than settling the system down. So it's not so much that the brain will constantly, if you're sore back and I'm working on your calf, generally with fibro, your calf will be quite sensitive as well. So it's a balancing act between, okay, we're going to work on your calf to take away a bit of the signaling from your back, but you can be wound up to a point where that doesn't work. So if you meet someone who says, oh yeah, I don't like massage, it just makes me hurt, kind of indication that there's a central system going on like fibro. So, well, worth looking into. And on the other hand, if you think you have fibro and you have a sore lower back and I work on your calf and it feels better, do you really have fibromyalgia? Interesting question. Let's move on to the last one that we've been discussing this week, GLP-1s. You'll be surprised how many people are actually on GLP-1s, which is fine, which is great. You are guaranteed, and I'm talking about Ozempic, Wegovy, you are you're guaranteed to lose 15 to 19% of your body weight if you are on a GLP-1. Work really well. The problem is they don't discriminate. So you will lose muscle mass, you will lose connective tissue, you will lose bone, you'll lose fat, which is great. If you're on them, more than likely you've been put on to lose weight. Now, people have come to me and said, it's for my diabetes. Yes, it does work on your diabetes, but it works on your diabetes because you're losing weight. The drugs are actually replacing or mimicking a hormone you should have in your gut, a GLP-1 hormone that basically tells you you're full. So you eat food, for some reason, you haven't got that signaling that tells you you're full, or you just ignore it. And so this GLP-1 drug, Wegovy, Ozempic, or whatever, will tell your brain that you're actually full. So really helpful. The problem is if you want to go off it, more than likely, 95%, you'll regain the weight unless you've changed your habits. So you need to nut down on what you're eating. Regular strength training as well works really well. If you need help with that, happy to help you, because I've helped people that are on the GLPs ones that have implemented a good eating regime, and also done some weights, 3 times a week. If you need to go off the GLPs one for whatever reason, I've got a full worksheet that you work through. If you want a copy of that, let me know. Actually, I'll put it down in the comments, and you can have a look at that um, to see if you will be successful to someone. And we do have help with you if you need to do that. It's good to chat. I've got to jump on a Zoom call in 4 minutes. Jump on the Insta. I'll link that below as well if you haven't, because I pop all this stuff up every week. Some good information. Let's get together soon. Yeah, take care. Bye bye. How do I even turn this off? See ya.